Welcome to the Transfer News Podcast with me, Dave. Get ready for another episode filled with the latest, craziest and most intriguing Premier League transfer stories. We've got some hot ones today, so let's kick things off. First up, Chelsea and Arsenal are in the mix, with Newcastle's striker, Alexander Isak, catching their eyes, while Manchester United is keeping tabs on Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich. It's a Premier League merry-go-round, and Newcastle might just need a strong caffeine fix to keep up. Speaking of eye-catching talent, Liverpool have their sights set on a young Dutch star, Jeremie Frimpong, from Bayer Leverkusen. Conversations are ongoing, and it seems like Anfield just can't get enough Dutch flair. Next, we have a huge name on the move. Kevin De Bruyne, yes, you heard it right, might join one of the City Football Group's sister clubs once his time at Manchester City wraps up. And since we're on the subject, David Beckham's Inter Miami are reportedly gearing up to roll out the red carpet for Kevin. This is starting to sound like a dramatic Hollywood transfer saga. Meanwhile, Everton might have a Roman holiday on the cards for Beto and Abdoulaye Doucoure, with Roma eager to bolster their squad with these Premier League warriors. This story comes straight from Gazzetta dello Sport. Back to Merseyside, Liverpool has more in store. They're confident that France defender Ibrahima Konate will pen a new deal soon. That news comes from the ever-reliable Fabrizio Romano. If I know Reds fans, they'll be dancing their hearts out over this one. Switching over to Italy and France, Juventus and Marseille have set their sights on Chelsea's Benoit Badiashile. The Blues seem to be the talk of the town this window. Speaking of Chelsea, they're in talks with Benfica for Portugal's Thomas Araujo and might say au revoir to Axel Disasi come January. It's all hustle and bustle at Stamford Bridge. Drama at Arsenal as Fabio Vieira's tenure seems to be in limbo, with the club reportedly ready to consider offers. He's currently strutting his stuff at Porto, but who knows what will happen next. Moving to Barcelona, whispers are swirling about Jonathan Tah potentially donning the Blaugrana jersey next summer. The meeting of Deco with Tah's representatives, as reported by Mundo Deportivo, could signal a major move. And let's not forget about Manchester City superstar De Bruyne. Inter Miami have him firmly on their radar again. Once more, it's as if Miami is conspiring to become Manchester's sunny satellite city. Ange Postecoglou recently had a little chat, or shall we say confrontation, with Spurs fans after a match. And from the feedback he got, I can only imagine it wasn't about the choice of snacks at halftime. On a more optimistic note, Nottingham Forest, with Marinakis pointing to Edu, VAR, and their ambitious top six dream, isn't just looking to survive, but to thrive. Forced to face a cruel twist of fate, Aston Villa's Mings wondered if he'd play again. It's stories like these that remind us of the human side behind the headlines. Bournemouth is celebrating young Huijsen, who's already etched his name in the club's history books. Nothing like starting your journey with a bang. Meanwhile, O'Neill at Bournemouth seems unruffled about his future as he gears up for a clash against West Ham. He's got the nonchalance of a seasoned poker player. In London, Lopetegui's prepared to lead the Hammers into battle against Wolves. Will he turn the tide? Well, fans are holding their breath. But wait, what left Lopetegui in such an uncertain position after just 14 games? It's a story for another day, but whispers from Sky Sports suggest all isn't well behind the scenes. And finally, on Merseyside, Liverpool is reportedly sorting out a deal with Van Dijk, though not entirely meeting his expectations yet. Let's hope they resolve it better than one of those cliffhanger soap operas. Before we wrap up, a quick word from our sponsors. Want to win your Fantasy Premier League mini-leagues? Join Fantasy Football Hub today with 30% off using our link in the show notes. Thanks for tuning in to the Transfer News Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on all your favourite platforms and visit us at transfernewspodcast.com. Until next time, keep those transfer rumour mills turning. Cheers!